Go indeed. We kick off the frenzy with the Rollers of Steel High hosting the Bubblers of Boiling Springs. And talk about an ideal way to start a game. Steel High's Nazir Fuller, we speed it up because he returns the first kickoff for a touchdown. 7-zip Steelton stay in the first quarter. It's 4th and long. No problem. Alex Irby passes to Jayon Perry for a touchdown right there as they go deep on the fly pattern. Next possession, it's Irby, this time to Cameron Chisholm. And watch the moves on this play. Coming up specifically right there, the stop and the restart, fights his way all the way to the end zone, stretches across the goal line. It's now 21-zip, and they're not done yet. Steel High with the offensive fireworks on the evening. Ronald Burnett takes the handoff. He's got a lead blocker and then says, okay, thank you very much. I'll take it from here. Steel High with the win. Your final score is 55-7. Welcome to week 4 of the high school football frenzy, the highlight show. Had a lot of fun for our pregame show. We had a lot of fun tonight in general, not worrying about lightning delays and postponements. After a night full of bad luck, last Friday, Lindsey Barna enjoys a doubleheader in Cumberland County, which includes our game of the week, West Perry at Trinity.
It's Military Appreciation Night at Memorial Park. Mechanicsburg hosts Susquehanna Township. The Tribe held deep on the punt from the end zone. Josh Smith fields the punt. He makes a few good cuts to the red zone and gets the Wildcats in prime scoring position. A few plays later, quarterback Eli Reeder to Isaac Dolman. Count them. First score of the game. To the first play of the second quarter, it's Hannah's turn. Torrin Evans hands off to Dorian Smith. He drops the shoulder and is in for the touchdown. Mechanicsburg takes this one 14-13. Now over to our frenzy game of the week, Trinity and West Perry. Both coaches said this game is going to be huge, exciting, and big plays. Well, that's exactly what happened in the fourth quarter. Get the mustard pumping, don't want any cramps. The Mustangs up 13-10 at the half. They're marching down the field when the Shamrocks' Chris Thompson gets his hand on the ball. Trinity has to settle for a field goal on their next drive, but the ball goes wide, no good with 2:33 left in the third. West Perry goes 3 and out, and that gives the Shamrocks momentum. 6 plays later, quarterback Caleb Ray turns to Christian Joy, 34 yards to give Trinity the lead with 10:14 left in the game. Time for the Mustangs to do some clockwork from their own end zone. Marcus Quaker finds Ian Gooding. The ball is actually tipped. Gooding makes a diving catch. He knows what that means. First down. West Perry drains the clock down to 1:20 left in the ball game on the 1-yard line. They need to talk this one over. Quaker keeps it for the QB sneak. The extra point goes into the line, so the Mustangs are only up by 3. Time for the minute 17 drill. Trinity makes it inside the red zone. They put it in the hands of their stud running back, Messiah Mickens. He's stopped at the 1-yard line. So it's 4th and a yard with 9 seconds left. They try a pass. Ray rolls out to the right. West Perry's Bryce Smith with a huge pass breakup.
Defense wins ball games.
I couldn't have said it better myself. West Perry stays perfect, moves to 4-0.
It was scary at times, you know what I mean? I aged about 20 years in the last 5 minutes, but, you know, our kids came to play. That's the way our kids do. They've been playing together forever.
I just do this for my family. I know my job. Everybody does their part, and I do this for us, nobody else.
We're a family. Like, we have to stick together no matter the score, no matter the outcome, and that's exactly what these guys did. They stuck together as one unit. You know, we're all brothers, and that's the most important thing. These guys stuck together.
First conference win! Yeah!
A happy bus ride home for the frenzy of Lindsey Barna, Fox 43.
Thank you, Lindsay. What a finish there at Trinity. Well, the first 3 weeks of the season always brings with interesting cross-league matchups, especially with some of the bigger classifications. Matchups you always wonder what would happen if. Well, week 4 ushers in the league and division schedule, and that means the traditional Mid-Penn Commonwealth gauntlet to navigate. Cumberland Valley at CD East. We go right to the fourth quarter. We got ourselves a tie game. CD East, Amaj Jala throws to Antoine for the long touchdown run right here. It makes it 24-17 CD East. This game's just getting interesting. They take the lead with fourth quarter, 1:30 left. In regulation, Dagan Rardane throws to Brody Pines. It ties this game up 24-24, and CV forces overtime. That's when they hand it off to Bryce Starts for the touchdown, and they go in front with the extra point, 31-24. 24. So they're going to have to get the job done on defense. And wouldn't you know it, they do with the pick. That ends it. Sudden death victory right there. 31-24 is your final score for the Eagles.
These first 3 weeks were tough. It's tough to get them back get them back in the locker room the next day, and you feel for them. You love these guys like they're your family. They are our family, and it's just good for them to battle, fight from behind, and then win it in the end.
Yeah, we'll get a closer look at CV next week in the high school sports live broadcast against Harrisburg. And Alex, could you tell we were all looking at that for the first time together? The Cumberland Valley CD East highlights. What a finish. While it's only week 4, finding teams that are undefeated at this point in the season can be tough. But I think you were able to find one in action at Central York.
Yeah, Todd, the Panthers have scored a lot this season and not given up much. So when you're talking about teams that have hit the ground running, you can't have that conversation without talking about the Panthers. Well, Spring Grove wants to see how they're going to stack up against the Panthers on the road, but Central York was ready to put the present and future cheerleaders to work. Agent Zero, Jewels Goff, makes it look easy from just a few yards out. Panthers up their lead to 21-0 in the first quarter. The Panthers teacher appreciation game, and well, they really appreciated them. Goff appreciating more chances. He was far from done. Second quarter, he's thinking about taking things a little longer here. Edge around 3 defenders, freezes another. Goff wins the foot race, again, upping the lead to 28-0. No one can stand the Panthers' way, whether it was the Rockets or the refs. Brooklyn Ace dumping it off to Colin Gurley, and some stripes stand in his way. He's trying to go and, well, bounces it outside, eventually pushed out at the 25. Student section can smell another score coming. Cameron Deal finishing it off a few plays later. Central York finishes off Spring Grove 56-7. Staying in the York Adams, we are headed to Dallastown for a good one between the Mustangs and Wildcats. Southwestern up and adding to it. Austin Rollman takes the handoff, heads straight up the middle. Stangs with a 17-6 lead. The third and long, Dallastown, Cody Kisner stepping in for an injured Matthew Stone. Jalen Cook hauls it in for the first down. He is down inside the red zone. Coach Murphy not worried. Why? Because you can't look worried in Jordan 11s. Michael Scott, he's rocking a pair of Jordan 1s. Kisner to Scott, number 1 in his 1s. Jukes a defender. Got to be the shoes, or he's just really good. He's in the end zone. Southwestern's lead cut to 17-12. Cue the post-touchdown light show. Mustangs punting. Christopher Cromartie, though, gets his paw on it. It's blocked. Cook with the heads-up play to scoop it and score it. Dallastown takes a lead. A kick return for a touchdown would seal it. The Wildcats win it 24-20. We're going to take 30 over to Lancaster County. Lancaster Catholic hosting Columbia. Crusaders looking to stay perfect on the year. Give it to Elijah Cunningham. That'll be a big help. He is able to scoot by one defender, bobs and weaves until he's eventually brought down at midfield. But that drive would stall, so Columbia would take over. Tide air it out, but Lancaster Catholic rising up and takes it away. That puts the Crusaders right back in business. This time, the purple and gold would not be turned away. David Stefano is rolling out to his right, gonna buy some time. Josh Acker is wide, and I mean wide open for the touchdown. Crusaders go up 7-0 and go on to win 42-20.